So I know that we all agreed to, drop some bad habits this year. Obviously, the year is still fresh, right? So we all agreed to drop some bad habits this year, take a new leave, pick up some new habits just to better our lives, right? But I'm very sorry to break it to you that there are some bad habits you need to keep up with. If you don't have them, you need to pick them up. If you have them, you need to double down. Like if there's anything as overdose of bad habits, yeah. For these ones I'm about to talk about in today's video, you need to double down on them and take overdose of them. I know you're ready to come for my neighbor. Hear me out, right? So in today's video, we are going to be talking about 5 habits you need to succeed in 2025. All right, so without much talk, let's hop right into the video. All right, so for me, the word good and bad, I think, is subjective and relative as well, right? So it depends on the context and it depends on the person's opinion and view, right? So there's this book I read by Jordan Peterson, 12 Rules for Life and Antidotes to Chaos. And in this book, he was talking about morality being subjective and relative in the sense that it depends on the person, right? So I have the strong argument that if good or bad is not relative or if it's not subjective, then I believe all of us will have the same thought and you will not see people doing bad things, because all of us call bad bad and all of us call good good. But because we are different people, what we see as bad, what A sees as bad might not be what B sees as bad. So we have bad things. And according to Peterson, he was saying things like, because we are humans and if there is no structure or rule to guide us, then people will behave the way they behave, and that's why somehow we have some unspoken rules and somehow spoken rules from our cultures and the society. So I guess that's where all the rules we see in life come from, and most of them are not good. Like in the previous video we asked, like, who made the rule for people to succeed, like to have everything figured out in their 20s, right? I believe that one of those rules are like perceived from the structures set by people, right? So back to today's video, what we're talking about, we're going to be talking about bad habits. Now, what, like I said, it's relative, it depends on the context. So what people might call bad might not really be bad depending on where you put it. So now let's not talk plenty, let's just hop right into the point, right? So the first thing on my list is what the English people call busybody. Now, it's the same thing my Nigerian brothers and sisters call oversabi, right? So that's, when you see people always wanting to show themselves, they're always doing too much. Like before you say this, they're here. When maybe things are happening, you're always seeing them here and here. You're like, why is this person everywhere? Why is this person trying to show themselves? Why is this person? I'm one of those people that did not like that. I'm one of those people that do not like that. Like, if I'm in a place and this person is always trying to show himself or show herself, and I'm like, why is this one from me? What's this person feeling like? Why are you everywhere, right? But now, having stayed in the professional space, right, for a while, and trying to, like, would I say, establish myself in the professional space and everything, I've seen that it is needful or needed. Like, it's a habit you have to pick. You have to learn to be proactive. So the positive connotation of being a busybody or doing oversabi is proactiveness, right? So proactiveness involves like taking the initiative to do things, right? So now, how will people see you? You're looking for something, you're looking for maybe a kind of connection, you're looking for a kind of job, you're looking for a prospect or something, whatever it is you're looking for. The person with that thing you're looking for would not be the one searching for you, right? Yes, they need you, they will be looking out for you, right? But then you need to show them that you are what they are looking for. And how would you do that if not by putting yourself out there? I hope this makes sense. So, like, in a setting, whatever setting you find yourself, try to start taking initiative. Stop doing the behind the scenes work. See, I'm saying it from a place of experience. I am that person that I don't like to show myself. I'm that person that wants to push others to the spotlight and stay behind. But then at the same time, that is actually dimming your light, if that makes sense. So try to take initiative to do things. If you're in a space, in your settings, how would you leave your mark, right? How will you how will I call it? How will you leave your own legacy if you don't do the things, right, that will put you in that spotlight? If you don't do the things that will make them to see you, it is not enough. See, I don't know, no matter how you want to convince yourself or you want to paint it, it is not enough to walk behind the scene. It is not enough. No matter how humble you are, take the initiative, put yourself out there, let people see you, let people see what they do, sell yourselves. You are your product, right? You are your product. Sell yourself. If it's a product you have and you want to market, once you put it out there, once you keep posting it on your status, on Facebook, on different social media platforms, won't you do ads, won't you run ads for them, won't you do radio jungles and TV ads for them, you would do them. So what makes it different from yourself? So whatever settings you find yourself, wherever you see yourself, right, leave your mark. And by leaving your mark, take initiative, do things, take ownership of whatever task you find yourself, like whatever it is, tasks you're being handed over. And even if you're not, don't wait for other people to do. Don't be that person to wait and say, me another person down. My darling, take the initiative, do it. Do it. You will learn a lot from it. It's going to be an eye-opener for you. It will make you to find favor before people that you never expected. Because as you do them, people are seeing you, people are watching you. Trust me, I'm saying it from experience. People are seeing you, people are watching, and by the time the fruits of this proactiveness starts to pay, right, once you start enjoying the fruit of this proactiveness, you would thank yourself for doing it. And by the way, once you start that, don't forget to come back here and pay your tithes, right? All right, so that's that for the first thing on the list. Now to the second thing on the list. Now, I don't know the English word to call it. I don't know the English words to call it, but it's I don't know if you remember this thing that trended for a while. You too do. So I was trying to like search for an English word to put it, but I wasn't seeing something that was giving me what I want. But I believe that when I explain it, you will know what I'm talking about, right? And so, but the positive connotation of what I want to talk about is being resourceful, going the extra mile, right? So it's just, let me give this example to like explain what I'm talking about. If let's say you are in a setting and something needs to be done, right, there's always this person that is going the extra mile to get that thing done. So let's say you have to make a research, for example, and there is no like enough information out there for you to do it. You know, there's always this person in that group who would want to go and search, and you be like, they are not paying you now, why are you doing too much? Like, calm down, nobody's paying you. That kind of person, right? That's the kind of person I am wanting you to be. That's the attitude I am talking about. Being resourceful. Go the extra mile to get things done. Don't wait to make use of the only thing you're given or whatever it is you're provided with. Be proactive and how do I put it? Be proactive enough to be resourceful, if that makes sense. Like, take the initiative, right? That's being proactive. Then go and search for those things. So don't wait for them to spoon feed you, if that makes sense. Don't wait for them to spoon feed you. On your own, go out, learn it. What is it? So let's say in your job or wherever it is you're doing, there's a task that they gave to you and you can't do it. Don't just come and say I cannot do it. On your own, go out. There is YouTube, there is Google, there are different search engines. There are people who have gone ahead of you. You can ask questions. Don't sit down and fold your hands and you cannot do it. My darling, it will give you the back chair wherever space you find yourself. But if you take the initiative of going out of your own way to get things done, see, trust me, it's a check mark, like it's a green tick on your profile. It's a green tick on whatever impression people have of you. And you know, these things are not things that might pay immediately. Like, if for you might not see it as it's going to pay. It might seem like you are doing too much, you are not being valued, you are not being appreciated. See, just keep doing it. When you get to a space that value you, it will pay triple, if not 100-fold of whatever effort it is you have put in before now. I hope that makes sense. So what I'm trying to say in essence is, if you have these habits that people are always like, you're always doing too much. See, keep doing too much. Keep doing too much. Doing too much pays. Like, if I've never seen someone that not doing too much pays, but I've seen people that are doing too much pays. And I, for one, is a testimony that doing too much pays. I know these things are, I don't even know why, but these things are not things people really talk about. And that's part of the reason that I've decided to come on here and talk about it. Right. So now let's move over to the third thing on my list. Now, this is the elephant in the room. I like to call it the elephant in the room. See, I think it's something that trended sometime last year, right? And it came in different form. It came in the form of no grief for anybody, right? And I think a more general term to use for it for my non-Nigerian audience is being wicked. See, I'm so happy to talk about this point. It's being wicked. See, now I am giving a go ahead. If you are not wicked, see, go and learn wickedness. See, learn it. It will help you. It will help you. See, it will help you to save you stress. Let me even explain what I mean by being wicked, right? So when I talk about being wicked, I don't mean you obviously doing things to hurt your fellow human. No. When I talk about being wicked, I'm talking about returning the energy that people give you. See, I've come to understand and I've come to learn that not everybody can take what they serve. So people will keep doing things to you, but if you do to them just the tip of the iceberg of that thing they are doing to you, you see that they cannot take it, like they can't even bear it, and that's when you are wicked. And you see people shamelessly doing things to you, and you sit down and you're like, why is this person doing this? And you just keep taking it in, swallowing it, and trying to give this person room to change. And sometimes you ask yourself, have you been in that position where you ask yourself, is it that this person doesn't know what he or she is doing? Is this person pretending not to know what he or she is doing? You get that kind of So now that's what I've come to tell you, that you see those kind of people, the best way to handle them is to be wicked. Yep, be wicked. See, return energy, give them back what they give you. And see, that's a safe way to set boundaries. Is it setting boundaries this time around? Is it setting boundaries? Yeah, it's more of like protecting your energy. It's not about setting boundaries, though it helps to set boundaries, but it's more like protecting your energy and protecting your interest, right? If they give you give them a, match them word for word, match their energy for energy. If they are coming with right hand, give them right hand. If they are coming with left hand, if it's beating, see, put your clothes down. So I'm not saying you should go and fight, no. But what I'm saying is, right, since people have decided to be shameless, and people have decided to not care, right, and people have decided to take their fellow humans for being fools, I think it's safe to tell you to treat them the way they treat you, right? I know people are like, pick your battles, you don't fight everybody, you don't do this, but at the same time, it's your space. If you don't protect it, nobody will protect it for you. If you don't look out for yourself, nobody's going to look out for you, not even your parents. Yes, your parents are there to guide you, but they will not be in every battle, right? And as we grow, our battles become more lone warriors, right? We begin to fight our battles ourselves, and sometimes you don't want to stress your parents because probably they are aging, or because you're trying to prove you are capable of taking care of yourself, so you don't involve them. So how will they fight your battles for you? And if people keep fighting your battles for you, for how long? You have to take charge, right? And the only way to do it is to stay wicked. And I believe that I don't need to say so much for you to by this point. I believe that just with this few points of mine, you are convinced and not confused. Is that what they use for the debate, right? Convinced and not confused, but that you are convinced that you need to stay wicked for you to survive. Like, okay, listen to the news, listen to what's happening around the world. Okay, check relationships, romantic relationships, check work relationship in the workplace, right? And you see people doing things like, you see your colleague like intentionally hurting you and doing things against you, and you're calming down. See, if you calm down, they'll chase you out of that office. If you are playing office politics, Stay wicked. Play your own office politics. If they give you something, sir, double it down and give it back to them. If they are coming with jolly face and hurting you behind them, I'm not saying you should go and hurt them, but give them a jolly face and give them a taste of their medicine. Do it. Do it, and that's when you know that people know what they are doing, and that's when the only thing will be like, you are wicked, but they will avoid you. You are wicked, but they will not intrude your space. You are wicked, but they will be sure not to hurt you. So which one do you prefer? For me, I prefer to stay wicked and protect my space, stay wicked, protect my energy, stay wicked and guide myself, than for me to be that good person and people will hurt me, and before you know it, I will live this life that I've never even enjoyed anything before my time. No. Right? So that's that for the third point. Then the fourth point is, forgive me, I'm looking down because I wrote them so that I don't forget. So the fourth point is, see, this one is going to be kind of controversial. The fourth point is disrespect. Now, why I brought this up is, in today's world, I believe respect is reciprocal. I believe that even a baby deserves respect. I believe that a child, a 4-year-old child, deserves respect. How much more an adult? See, I am not in support in any way of these people that come up with the, I am your elder and you're talking to me anyhow, and you are standing on that position as my elder. You are trying to press me down. You're standing, you're being toxic and you're expecting me not to react. You're being toxic and you're expecting me to just look at you and keep quiet. You're throwing off negative energy. You're expecting me to accept it just because you are my elder. I'm sorry to tell you that I would not. See, in fact, those are things that as a person, I don't know how to swallow. See, I grew up people knowing me to be the quiet person. In as much I'm very quiet. See, I'm actually not so quiet because my inner circle will tell you I'm not quiet, right? But, well, I'm quiet, but generally I'm very introverted, kind of. Even though now I'm learning to like become more extroverted, because how do I get things done if I don't leave my space, right? But then, I'm somebody that, how will I put it? I don't know how to take disrespect, but no matter where it's coming from, I don't know how to take it. So as much as I'm very quiet, as much as I am reserved, don't disrespect me. I really don't care who you are. I will give it back to you. Don't cross my space, because I am going to give it back to you. Like, because see, you might be like, just see, pick your battles quite alright. Don't choose your words quite right. In fact, see, when it comes for insult, right? Maybe someone is insulting you and the rest of that. I'm that one person that will not tell you you are stupid. I'm that one person that will not tell you you are dumb. But the English word I will use to explain it, you would prefer I tell you you are stupid. You prefer I tell you you are dumb, right? So set boundaries. Don't let people do what they want to do because they are your elders. Don't let, and see, this thing applies more to family relations. They are very good at doing this. They are very good at disrespecting people. They are very good at crossing people's boundaries. Like, they are very good at that. And now, if you're not intentional about drawing those lines, they will cross it and keep crossing it and tell you to your face you can't do anything about it. So now, if you know that you want to live a peaceful life, you want to see, already we have so many. You are chasing money. Chasing money is not a small task. It's not a small responsibility. You have bills to pay. You have goals you want to achieve. So why should you be thinking about how to achieve your goals, how to pursue your dreams, and at the same time you are hurting because of one disrespectful adult? Don't do that. Don't do that. Set boundaries. If it's family, I know this topic is actually controversial, but I still stand on the point that even if it is family, right? Even if it is family, draw that line. Even if it is your mom, draw that. If it means for you leaving that environment, do it. Do it. Leave the environment. Protect yourself from toxicity, from bad energy, from disrespect. Let them learn to respect you. Right? They should not be able to talk to you anyhow and get away with it. They should not be able to treat you anyhow and get away with it. See, there's something that happened when so I was in the university, almost rounding up before my younger brother came in, and when he came in, there was one advice I told him. See, if you don't like your friends touching your hair, right? even if they do it the first time, even if they're inside the house, shun them, you tell them, "Girl, I don't like the way they touch my hair, not try them again." Right? I told him why, because if you don't do it that time, the next time they might want to touch your hair. It might be when you are outside, and at that moment, if you're not telling them, "God, why you touch my hair?" And you're like, "Why you did form? I know they touch your hair before." Do you understand? Why are you pretending I touched your hair before? So what's with it now? So what's you? So anything you don't like from the onset, draw that line. Hey, I don't like this. Please don't do it again. I don't like the way you talk to me. Please don't do it again. And in all of this, don't be like the people you are trying to shun. Do it in a respectful way. Use English. See this vocabulary is large. It's plenty. Go and learn how to use words and vocabularies to shape your words and set your boundaries. So that's that, and that's the 14, right? So that's that for the 14. That's setting and protecting your boundaries. And now the last thing on my list is, permit me to check it. Now the last thing on my list is selfishness. Growing up, there is this when we're in church, so there's this my aunt, right? This my aunt, like she was handling like the children class for us that time. So she's very big at saying, you like selling fish, and what she's talking about is selfishness. So let me borrow that term from her. See, people be like, "You're too selfish, you're too..." If you don't put yourself first, who will put you first? Please answer that question. If you don't put yourself first, who will do that for you? Nobody, right? So put yourself first. See, how will I explain it? See, there's a thin line between putting yourself first and being selfish in the negative part, right? So how many times will people actually put, let's be honest and realistic, how many times will people actually put you first? Like when they are doing something, how many times will they actually think of you first, think of your interests first before their own? A lot of people will ditch you just for their own interests, right? Even when they know it will hurt you, even when they know that they can even cope without even without meeting their own interests, they will be fine. But if they teach you, you can never be fine. But they'll still not mind. In as much as they can survive, they don't care. The main thing is them first before you. So what stops you from putting yourself first? You see those other people that you're looking out for, you're trying to put first, they will be fine. Family will be fine. Trust me, they will be fine. Your parents, your siblings, they will all be fine. In terms of money, right? You are hustling and all your money, instead of investing in yourself, instead of building yourself, instead of like putting things down like for yourself, you are giving all of them to them. When you will shake, nobody will help you. That's the truth. When it's time, they'll be like, "Shay, when you had it, you're just doing anything you want, you're showing off. Why didn't you save some for yourself?" These are the same people you are trying to protect their interests. These are the same people you are trying to put first. But when it's their turn, they'll put themselves first and they'll tell you, "Sorry, I don't have for now. See what I can do," which they will never see anything, not talk of doing anything. So why don't you put yourself first, right? How would I put it? You can't give what you don't have, one. And secondly, I'm a strong believer of give from your overflow and not from your cup. So if your cup is not overflowing, brotherly, my darling, ensure that your cup is overflowing, because if your cup is not overflowing and you keep giving from it will finish, right? The content of the cup will finish, it will go dry. And now when you don't go to beg, they will tell you that they have things doing with them. So let them take from the overflow. It's life. They would survive, they would make it, right? So I also hope that with this viewpoint of mine, I've been able to convince you right? I've been able to convince you that there are these 5 bad habits that I've listed, right? You need them to survive or to succeed. So let me just go back and list them again. So I'm going to be listing the bad habits and their positive connotations. So the first is being a busybody. That's being proactive. Like I said, that's what will put you out there. That's what will set the line for you. That is the actual impression people are looking out for. Nobody wants to hand over any task, any responsibility, any project to someone who would not who they don't see as capable. And so the only way to show that you are capable is to be proactive. Then the next thing is being resourceful. I said I didn't know the actual word, the English name for it, but the next thing is being resourceful. Like if you don't go the extra miles, right, like that's the only way you can be outstanding, going the extra mile. There are a lot of people who are as good as you are, so but what makes you stand out from them is when you are resourceful, you take the initiative to do things, right, without sitting down for people to tell you to do them, right? And the third thing, which is the elephant in the room, is staying wicked, protecting your energy, giving people what they serve you, right? Dishing to them whatever it is they serve you. Energy for energy, matching energy, protecting your own energy and securing your space, right? Then the fourth thing on the list is being disrespectful, and I talked about it in a positive light of light of setting boundaries. Don't let people disrespect you, because whatever hand you give them to start with, that's what they will continue with. And if you let people disrespect you, you are setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up for being mocked. You're setting yourself up for being trampled and suppressed. So that's that. And the last thing I just mentioned now is putting yourself first, right? So let me add a bonus point, being intentional. And I know what I'm adding this is a lot of people will call it over seriousness, right? So I'm somebody that I don't take negative words as jokes. So you're joking with me and you tell me something negative, I'll tell you now, and they'll be like, you're too churchy, you're too... See, words are life. I'm very conscious of what you tell me. I don't speak. I'm fighting for myself. I'm praying every morning, speaking life into my life, right? Speaking to the universe, trying to align them with what God's plan and purpose for me. So why would I be building and you're trying to destroy them with your words? Why? And there's this thing that about negative talks, that they have a way of even manifesting way faster than positive talk. So why should I allow you to scatter what it is I am building? Why should I do that, right? So, and that's what I also want to take up. Be serious. If they say you're too serious, yes, be too serious. Don't let people say negative things to you. Don't even say negative things to yourself in form of you're joking. I'm too broke. I am not broke. I am overly rich. And you know the funny thing is, you can say it and it will sound sarcastic, but the person gets you. So I like them and say, I'm too rich now. I'm not broke in Jesus' name. I know people will be like, you're too serious. Yes, let me be serious. Let me speak those positive things. Let the earth hear me. Let the universe hear me. Let the elements of the universe hear me say I have it. And once I say it and I believe it, everything will work to bring it to fruition. So I hope you pick that. Don't say negative things to yourself. And I believe that with these few points of mine, I like to use this word, I don't know, because I know this topic is kind of controversial, but then with these few points of mine, I know you're convinced to take overdose of these bad habits, right? I believe if you don't have them, you're going to work towards picking them up. And if you already have them, I believe you're going to double down on them. All right, so I forgot to introduce myself during the start of this video. So at this point, if you've not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? You've enjoyed the video to this point, so why have you not subscribed? Please click on the subscribe button, turn on your notification to get more of these kind of videos, right? So this is the second episode, by the way, of spilling facts. I forgot to add it to the introduction. Hopefully I remember next time. So this is the second episode of spilling facts, and hopefully next time we see on this channel, we either have maybe someone else come talk to us, or we do our thing, but just expect more of this kind of videos, right? So on this channel, we're all about cracking life codes, saying life, touching topics that are kind of neglected, that people don't really talk on, and just see in general, if you just like to see life from a different perspective, a different lens, right? Make this home for you. You get more of this kind of videos, and you can go to the channel and watch previous videos and drop your comments, support the family, share to people who you know might need it, and let's keep the community growing. All right, so that's all for today's video. See ya next time. Bye.